Good morning. I love you. Hello. The water is good today. What are we playing? You know, I actually think that this is one of the first games I've ever played that doesn't have the title of the game in the menu page. I'm not going to tell you what we're playing, huh? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. All right, fine. We're playing DwarfHeim. DwarfHeim, some of you may know, a lot of you may not know. Let's minimize this, This is an RTS game that recently released in early access. And this year we've done a whole lot of looking at various RTS, new and old. We took a look at Command & Conquer Remastered, which included the original Command & Conquer, which included Command & Conquer Red Alert. We also did some Age of Empires 2, which was rad. Also, multiplayer Tiberian Dawn, which was a whole lot of fun, just making recon bikes and rolling over people. We also have Iron Harvest that we played recently. And I feel like a lot of the games that I mentioned, I mean, they're old school in their style, in their fashioning. Even Iron Harvest that released very recently. Iron Harvest was like a pretty OG, straight up mechanical similarity to Company Heroes kind of game. So I'm interested to try out DwarfHeim because I've heard relatively little about the game, outside of a few things. One, our friends at Frost Giant, the new studio formed by former Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 devs, tweeted about this, which of course kind of gave me a re-reminder, oh yeah, I want to check this one out. But my understanding of this game is that this game's attempt to address some of the stresses of RTS is to actually make the different factions...
Minor, warrior, builder, minor, warrior.
Builder, minor, warrior. It's to take some of the archetypical actions that one does in an RTS and partition them among different roles in the game. So, again, my understanding is that some people will be focused just on building, some people will be focused just on mining, some people will be focused on combat, and as you know, because I come from the StarCraft background, all I care about is this one. I just want money. That's all I care about. So I don't know what Conquest, Survival, Skirmish, Sandbox, I don't know what these things are, but let's just go into the tutorial and sort of see what the game's about. Before I do, brief notes. 1, no show Thursday and Friday. No show Thursday and Friday. Just taking 2 days off like a normal human being. Just doing normal human being stuff. And if we're playing this game and we're liking it, we'll just keep doing it. And if not, stop after a few hours. Alright. Ready. Uh-oh, it's counting me into my tutorial. Alright. Both alehouses and the Brewmaster has a healing ore that can be used to heal worn-down dwarves. Alright, so again, it's Warrior Minor Builder. Welcome to DwarfHeim, a brand new type of real-time strategy game focusing on co-op. In RTS games like DwarfHeim, you, the player, must control armies and units, gather resources, build buildings, and research new technology for your dwarven society. The tutorial will cover the basics of playing DwarfHeim, like movement, attacking, and building. For starters, try moving your camera and selecting your units. Oh, okay. I'm going to actually see if there's the possibility to get the... Is there an Ultra? Okay. Art looks a little funky. Focus on co-op? Yeah. So again, my understanding is this is kind of like partitioning up the tasks in an RTS. This is my understanding. This is as much of the game as I've seen, outside of what I've said. And yeah, it's focused on co-op. And I assume that by co-op it means that we sort of form a race together.
What do you need?
Selecting multiple units. Okay, so this is real basic RTS stuff. Great. In DwarfHeim, you can control multiple units at the same time. This includes Thane's hero units. Nice. Let me actually scoot my little booty over. Thane's units and all the units belong to your class. You can't control units owned by your teammates or enemies, obviously. By the way, who selects by making a box from the bottom and going up? Oh, this is so perverse. Oh, this is like putting on one sock and one shoe and then putting on a second sock and a second shoe. Okay. So it's double click.
Got gold.
Present. At the ready.
Ready to go. On my way, you need. Not a problem.
I've completed quests. Minimap and pings. In Dwarfheim, you can use the minimap to move your camera, but also to receive important information from your team and send pings. The minimap contains information about units and their whereabouts, map objectives, troll camps, mine shafts, and pings from your teammates. You know, it's actually kind of interesting. I don't know if I've talked about this story before of when I, sorry, I forgot to breathe. I forgot to breathe, so I kind of want to... There we go. I think we talked this about the story before. Once upon a time, I realized that I had owned an Xbox 360, but I hadn't really played any games on it. And this is like 2009. This is quite a while ago. This is before the first Gears of War, right after the first Gears of War game had come out. And I just thought, man, I'm not going to bring my computer home and just grind StarCraft like I always do. When I go home over winter break, I'm just going to bring my Xbox and my Xbox games, and that's it. And I'm just going to make myself play Xbox. And one of the games that I wound up trying out was Mass Effect. And the thing that was kind of funny is that I had played on, like, the Genesis and the Sega Saturn and stuff. But once StarCraft came out, all I really did was do PC gaming, right? That's all I really did. And when I sat down to play Mass Effect, you have the left thumbstick is move, the right thumbstick is aim, sure, cool. And then you have the various triggers to do shooting, but there was all the buttons do something, and then if you hold the left trigger, you go into shooter mode, and then all the buttons do something different. So, I mean, I'm going to make this up because I don't quite remember what the buttons in Mass Effect were, but it was something like the face buttons were like to investigate, open, use, do various manipulations and stuff like this. And I think right-click or the right trigger opened up some contextual menu. But if you held the left trigger to take your gun out, now all of a sudden right-click or right trigger was fire. And all the face buttons were like instructions and bonus combat things. And it was so hard for me to get used to the dual thumbstick with holding to go into shoot mode and then shooting and then letting go and changing all the buttons. And this was considered a real innovation in terms of controller stuff. Because people liked the idea of having 4 face buttons, you know, A, B, X, Y on the front. They liked the idea of having 2 triggers on either side, a right trigger, a right bumper, a left trigger, a left bumper. People liked this, but for a lot of games, it didn't feel like there was enough buttons. So holding the left trigger basically doubled the amount of buttons on the controller. Because A, B, X, Y did something when held, did something different when not held, and so on and so forth. And I remember the first chunk of the game. If any of you played Mass Effect, there is, or if you haven't, there is a sequence that is basically the tutorial sequence, and when it ends, you go to one of the hub locations of the game called the Citadel. It took me like 5 hours of gameplay time to get to the Citadel, because it was just so hard for me to get used to all the... I mean, I felt like manipulating the controller felt like what the zombies did in 28 Days Later, where they grabbed the skull and get the thumbs in the eyes, right? It was a lot. And Zeke says 6-button Genesis controller, still best controller. I think you mean the Sega Saturn, which did have 6 buttons. It had A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Genesis traditional controller had just the 3 buttons. Which is enough for me. And so as I'm going through this tutorial, I'm kind of going, yeah, maybe people don't really play RTS games. And they do need, like, a real baby set of instructions. Because, I mean, for me, I'm just like, yeah, no shit, it's a minimap. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess, like, minimaps are actually kind of a foreign concept in a lot of games when compared to an RTS. Like, in Path of Exile, you do technically have a minimap, but it's not like you use abilities and issue commands on the minimap in the same way that you do here. All right, so you can give your selected units a Y selection of command by using the right mouse button. Most important commands, master moving units, placing them. Okay, yep, move, return to units. Yeah.
Anything you want, good for it.
Ooh, oh no, the scroll speed.
Be quick about it. Already dealt with. It'll cost you.
All right, combat is an important part of Dwarf's life, and all units are able to fend for themselves. Attack move. Holding control and clicking right mouse button on a target destination. So there's no A move. But okay. So, for any of you that have never played RTS games, which if you're watching my content, I don't know how that's possible. The attack move is the, first of all, biggest innovation in RTS in the late 90s and early 2000s was the invention and implementation of attack move. And it is also the hardest concept to get as a non-RTS player moving to Hearthstone, or moving to RTS. Alice Quinn typed Hearthstone, and I just read Hearthstone out loud. This is, I think, maybe a big problem streamers have, is that someone types something and you just say it because you see it. But anyways. So the idea of, again, I'll take a traditional RPG or, Dota or something. If you want to attack something, you right-click on it, and it attacks it. There you go. But if you have a whole lot of units, like, for instance, take this camera image right here. If you have all your melee units and you right-clicked on one of them, these guys in the back might struggle to get to the one thing that you right-clicked on. And this wound up being a huge problem, because imagine I have something like 40 Zerglings and you have 20 Marines. What I actually want to do as a player is just kind of have my Zerglings battle through there. If I were to right-click on one of the Marines, the Zerglings that could touch the Marines would attack, and then the 30-some-odd Zerglings that couldn't physically get to it because they're melee would be doing nothing. So the idea of the attack move is that you click on the ground with the attack move command, and your units attack everything in their way automatically until they get to that location. And this is actually kind of abstract for non-RTS players. Like, this is kind of hilariously abstract if you think about it. If you're in a shooter, you aim and you shoot on someone. If you're in an RPG and you want to cast an ability, you click your ability and you click on the person. If you're in Dota and you want to kill something, you right-click on it. You just do the same thing again and again and again. Except in RTS, you don't want to attack a specific unit, you want to attack behind the unit.
I'm here for you. Okay, boss.
Oh my god. I want to see something. Oh my god, I want to die. Oh my god, I want to die so bad. Let me explain to you why I want to die.
You're the boss.
Actually, so story time. In early RTS games... In early RTS games, there was no such thing as attack move. The best way to get a unit to attack move was to tell it to stop moving, and then the unit would attack, right? That was considered the best way to make a unit attack. I think it was StarCraft was one of the early ones that did this, and then other games started to go, holy shit, this is it. It was really good. And the way to do attack move in StarCraft is you select the things, you hit A, and you click somewhere. But in this game, A is pan the camera left. D is pan the camera right. So we use WASD. So apparently right-click is control right-click. I do not know how I feel about that. Whoa. And I've seen ways that a lot of remasters that we've played through here have done it, is that you can do their new control schema, or you can do A-click, traditional. I really want A-click. Adam the Simple. Oh, this is so painful to read. It says, well, I'm officially caving to COVID. And switching careers out of theater. Streaming has been both inspiring and encouraging as I move into the uncertain future. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Man, we got your back, Adam the Simple. That sounds rough. That sounds very, very rough. Okay, so everything we've done right now is just kind of straightforward stuff. Maps, but this looks like new things. Maps of DwarfHeim have 2 levels. Each level have their own resources and challenges. Really? The overworld is filled with wood, ample space, and opportunities, while the underworld is made up of damp caves, perfect for growing mushrooms and mining valuable resources. Okay, this is pretty tight.
I'm here for you.
Move your selected units to the underworld.
On my way.
Right-click the mine shaft. Where is this mine shaft? Oh, is this it? You can zoom out crazy far. Oh, okay. We have perfect
Consider it done.
perfect camera maneuvering.
As long as you're
All
good
right.
at it.
I don't know if any of you ever get sick from seeing things spin around, but I've looked away from my camera, so I don't have to deal with it at all. I kind of have a mixed opinion on this. I'm a bit of a purist. I kind of believe that the game should have a fixed camera level and angle and optimize for that. I'm actually not a fan of these rotating type cameras. That is some good looking water. Oh, I see. It gets more desaturated as I move away. Got it. Change view. Click the underworld button. So tab moves me underground. Oh my god, that's tight. Moving us through the mine shaft.
Okay,
All right, so
then.
if I click here and then I hit tab. Oh, this is nuts.
Yes.
What is this?
Ready to
Move
go.
your units through the mine shaft and underground to emerge on the other side.
Good
All right.
idea. Got it.
How do I recenter myself? Neutral? Neutral, neutral, neutral. I don't know what this means. I think you set the camera back to
Okay,
normal.
boss. Affirmative. Not a problem.
This is one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of rotating the camera, is that I feel like it's
Affirmative.
very hard for me to get a sense of which way is up, down, left, and right.
Good idea. Already dealt with.
All right, we're doing it. We're maneuvering.
Got gold. No rest for the wicked. Consider it done. You're the boss.
You're the boss. What does spacebar do? Spacebar goes to my units. So in traditional RTS, like StarCraft, Warcraft 3, I know Star 2 does this, where spacebar is the last notable thing that occurred. So for instance, if I'm here, and let's say over here one of my units was under attack, normally what happens is if I'm here and it says your forces are under attack, you hit the spacebar and it immediately goes.
No rest for the
Kevlar, did you ever play Dungeon Keeper? Oh, fuck yeah, I played Dungeon Keeper,
On my
brah.
way.
That game was both rad, terrible, amazing, awful, awesome, so good.
Anything you want,
Up the irons.
it'll cost you.
We'll say the RTS game's been watching the most of. I mean, like, let me be honest. I'm always watching a lot of StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2.
No
In fact,
problem. I'm here for you. Anything you
control right click. Nick and Dan,
for you.
I watch
No
almost
rest
all their
for the
content.
wicked.
It's so good.
As long as you're good for it.
But anyways, my open food, wheat, angel cap, willow shade, fleg. Oh shit, this is interesting. I'll come to this in a little bit. But the game that I've been watching the most recently is definitely Age of Empires 2. That game is sweet.
Consider it done. It'll cost you. I'm on it.
Let's get building.
Woo! And I hit tab. Perfect. Scratching the tum-tum. Buildings are an important part of DwarfHeim that allow you to train more units, research technology, and deliver resources. Creating buildings take time and resources, and some buildings are even locked behind technology or previous building requirements. Nice. Constructing a building. When building is placed, a builder unit can be selected. Right-click the construction site to finish constructing the building. The building can then be used. Multiple buildings. By selecting multiple builders and assigning them to the same building site, you can speed up the time it takes to construct a building. I'm just going to state bluntly, I think that... Hold on, I gotta close this because the sound's really loud.
Hey, just give me a moment.
Why is this so freaking loud? Hold on, I have a thought, but I'm gonna finish it after this stuff is done building. Because that tick, 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 not loud for us. That's good. That's a relief. Well, I mean, I've balanced it well, so I'm obviously and the loudest thing you're ever gonna hear. Ren Uner. Nice anagram name. But for me, it's like I'm trying to talk and think, and it's tick, 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 tick.
No problem.
Perfect. I'm gonna leave this alone. So some games have you can assign multiple units to build the thing. I feel like from a single-player experiential perspective, I think that's fine. I think it's fine to just be like, let's build this. Let's build this crazy fast. From a multiplayer perspective, there's something about that just like, I don't like. I think one of my favorite things, anagram, you mean palindrome? I did mean palindrome, thank you. But your name also anagrams with itself, by definition, by the associative property. Anyways, one of the things that I like the most in strategy games is time delay and predictable time delay. I really like the structure of I really like the structure of like, okay, this will take 180 seconds to build, and it just builds over 180 seconds. I don't like these 180 seconds, but if you get 20 things to build it, it'll build in like 4 seconds. I'm just not the biggest fan of that, but whatever. Clearly, games work with that from a competitive perspective, because that's how Age of Empires 2 works, and that's how humans work in Warcraft 3. Use abilities and technology all cost resources. Nice. Resource management and gathering is one of the most important skills in Dwarfheim, and all classes have their own way of gathering resources through mining, farming, killing trolls, and chopping wood. They do? Team resources. When playing multiplayer, all the gathered resources are shared with your team, meaning if you spend all the resources available, you will also spend their resources. Balancing the team's resources is an important part of Dwarfheim. Don't be too greedy or you'll turn into a dragon. What? I don't know if it's being serious. I mean, first of all, what if I fucking want to be a dragon, huh? Well, like, alright, so it's kind of like, Sean, don't take all the money from all of your friends, otherwise you'll be the happiest. I'm like, okay, well, just give me all your fucking money, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it seems like the right thing to do. Resource uses. Resources can have multiple uses, such as training units, constructing buildings, and researching tech. There are unique resources in the over- and underworld. Different classes and units are better at gathering different resources. Okay. Have you ever played or heard of Team Melee? Or Archon mode in StarCraft? It's the idea of you and a buddy are going to control one StarCraft race. Each of you can control everything. Each of you has full access to everything. So if my opponent, or if my ally sent units to the right, I want to send them to the left, I can just combat, I just battle them. Fuck you, man. I'll do whatever I want. But, you know, if you play with a friend, it can be really fun. Like, when I play Team Melee or Archon mode, I do all the macro, and my friends do all the micro and unit battling. I just want to build stuff. This is great. But this, like, the fact that all the resources are shared really alarms the shit out of me. Here's what I assumed would be the case. I assumed that there would be a miner who would get, or I'm going to call it the resource person. The resource person would gather resources, and those resources gathered, some of it would go to the teammates, some of it would go to the mining players, the resourcing player. So that way the resourcing player can continue to macro up and get more resources and help the other people. Why did I assume that this would be the way it works? Because first of all, that's way easier to balance, because you know what the income is going to be like. But if everyone can share all the resources, I'll tell you bluntly, every RTS game since the dawn of time has been focused on who gets the most resources, period. That's it. That's the thing. And Age of Empires 2 even takes us to an extreme, where you'll have like 130 supply, and 110 of that will be workers, right? Because you just get this just ramp to infinity effect. So this concerns me that maybe the builder and the fighter would be burning all the resources when the resourcing player is really the one that needs to be gathered. But this is, again, me not knowing at all how the game works. All right, let's see it. Gathering resources in Dwarfheim is done by using various units. Cool. You can use your building units to chop wood and receive wood, and work farms by selecting them and using right-click on the desired crop farm. In Dwarfheim, different units have different uses. Some units are better at fighting, such as the mercenary, while the farmers are great at farming. Any unit can do anything?
Yeah, I'm sure those leftover pieces are just extras. Hey, what
Got gold.
Can these guys? No fucking way. Oh, thank God. Okay.
What do you
Okay. Oh. 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 I would hate if the fighting units could all do resourcing. I would hate that so much. Oh my God.
Need something I'll be over in a minute. Uh-huh.
Alright. Can I make anything? Granary? Lumber mill?
Defend here.
Alright, so the middle mouse is for
Defend here.
pings.
What do you need? It'll cost you. On my
But it
way.
will cost you. So I can't build anything right now. Corazon wheat coming in, baby.
How can I help?
How can I help? Oh, look at this. He's got a little inventory. Does every single unit have an inventory?
My shield is
No.
ready.
Oh my God. Wait. Is this an
Got
inventory?
gold.
Opportunist. What does this mean? What the fuck does this mean?
You're the boss.
idea.
Let's see. Idle, defensive stance, hold position.
Got it. Okay then. Good idea. Okay then.
What does this even mean?
Not a problem. Got it. What
Not
do
a
you
problem.
problem?
Alright, looks like these dudes can't select
No
stuff.
rest for the wicked.
Alright, so Alt appears to show the health bars, which is common.
My
There's no
shield
tooltip.
is
This guy's
ready.
just an opportunist. Health, attack power, attack speed, attack range, visual range, speed, armor penetration, armor. Who knows what any of that stuff means? Is there a way to turn on extended tooltips or something? I don't know. I didn't see an option for it. Gather 100 food? Alright.
Something
Aye.
built, maybe, because that's kind of what I do.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Can I help?
Oh, God. Oh, this is all of us exercising in quarantine. Alright.
Work? Work? Yep, I'll be over in a minute. Something built,
I see.
maybe,
You need to
'cause
drop
that's
stuff
kinda
off.
what
Okay.
I do. Uh-huh.
Alright, let's listen to their lines.
Something built? Aye. Yeah, I'm sure those leftover pieces are just extras. How you doing? You alright? How can I help? Yeah.
Yeah. Sad Wolf, we don't know what the game is like right now. We don't know what the game is like. We're in the tutorial.
Affirmative. Consider it done.
So one of the things that I'm thinking about right now, which is, you know, I obviously come from a StarCraft background. There's the traditional 3 resources of minerals, gas, supply. But really, there's only just the 2 resources, minerals and gas. And there's all the unit controls and all the building management and all the everything in StarCraft. And that feels good. That feels like a good amount of stuff. There's a big danger that we're seeing that can happen, and this was a problem that the game Grey Goo had as well, which is that if you remove a lot of the APM requiring tasks, like never stop building workers, always build farms, always build depots, constantly build units, keep scouting, you're under attack, keep building workers, all this stuff can feel very overwhelming to a player. And when Grey Goo greatly simplified a lot of the early game, a lot of what you were doing was just sitting there. Just chilling, waiting around. I think a little bit of chilling is good, but if you have big, frequent, regular moments of chilling, I think that's just it's a concern. It's a worry. Creating units is done in buildings such as the Town Hall, Barracks, Geology Center, Lumber Mill, Granary, and the Pit. They should have names. Town Hall only has the basic units for each class, while Barracks is specialized for warrior units. To create an Arbalist unit, select the new Barracks building, select the Arbalist. I don't know what an Arbalist is. Like in real life English. I don't know what the Arbalist is. Unit creation queue. You can only train 1 unit at a time, but selecting multiple units will create a queue of units to be trained. Trained units cost resources and time, so it's important to plan ahead. Great. What the fuck? Oh, it's over here! What is this button? B? Okay. Basic offensive unit, the Arbalest holds a crossbow, allowing them to deal range damage, and moving quite fast. Alright, it requires 40, 40, and 60, huh? Holy shit, look at the construction speed of this shit. Holy shit. So is this over here?
Orders.
Builders. Alright, do we
You'll
have...
never see it coming.
It'll be built in no time.
In DwarfHeim, there are a maximum amount of
Ready
units
to
able to
take
be
a
housed
shot.
at the same time by a
Let's
single
get
team.
building.
This can be increased by building houses or researching technology.
Ready for your orders.
It'll be
All right.
built in no time. Let's get
Okay. Holy shit.
building. It'll be built in no time.
Constructing buildings costs resources and time. Most buildings can only be built by builder units, while some can be built by thanes and miners. Sure. To construct buildings, you need to first select a unit that has the ability to construct, and then you build it. If you place it, you can either press the X button or the delete button. Okay, cool. The resources will be refunded. Okay.
What's your It'll be done in a jiffy.
Alright, so...
Right, need something built by the
So let's see
builder.
here. Hold position. Stances. Idle aggressive. How the fuck do you build shit with this guy?
All right.
What?
Aye. Yep, I'll be over in a minute.
I see. Okay, so this is a weird UI. This is a weird UI. By the way, yeah, I saw this this comment. Who said this? Is this windmill vertical or horizontal? Even when I'm quite close. Here you go, everyone. Never mind. Let's just... Alright, I think that the windmill is white and gold. Okay, so... So apparently, down here... So here is the unit in the middle that has its various things to collect.
Aye. How can I help?
Um,
I'm sure those leftovers
But then there's
are
this
just
defense
extras.
button that I can click here. Alright. Select the stone tower and place it near the town hall.
No problem.
Keeping my eyes open for action.
Uh-oh. Alright, push. Push! Push! Alright. By the way, these build crazy fast. I mean, this is like so insanely fast now. I cannot believe it.
What's your time?
Alright, can I build anything
Give
else?
me a moment. It'll be built in no time. Consider it.
Can I get more than one person on a farm?
I'll have it built in no time.
What the fuck just happened?
It'll be done in a jiffy. It'll be done very soon.
Is this a bug? Okay. Defending your town hall. The town hall is your most important building. Without a hall to gather in, store their gold in, and most importantly, drink ale in, your clan will disband and you will lose the match. This means that it must be protected at all costs. Okay, holy shit. You lose the town hall, you lose the game. You lose the town hall, you die in real life. Okay. The warrior class is tasked with defending the town hall and its team by using its units. So the builder makes defenses. Towers and gates. The warrior builds units. All right.
Got gold.
Something built, maybe, because that's kind of what I do.
On my way. Anything you want.
Wait, control right click. That's right.
You're the boss.
I'm fucking sick, dude. Anti-turtle. Game time 30 minutes and 37 seconds. Well, that does seem like our pace around here. All right. Authenticating. It's me. Okay.
Builder.
Builder. Oh, I see what this button is. This is the overworld and underworld of this map. All right, tight, ready. I'm gonna keep doing these tutorials, man, and then I'm immediately going to play multiplayer. Kai Gaming says no scary games streaming this Halloween. Never again, Kai Gaming. I'm never doing scary games ever again. I can't stand it.
In no time.
The builder class is focused on resource gathering, setting up defenses. Then what is the mine? Oh, I guess the miner is the underground person. Constructing buildings for the whole team. They're also the best at increasing the unit capacity of the team and have support units. The class mostly keeps to the sunny overworld, but often venture into the underworld to farm mushrooms and silverleaf. The builders mostly try to keep everyone healthy and safe. Okay. The builder. Having a food, ale, and living accommodations. Okay. Alright. Farms allow you to sow and harvest different types of crops. Both Khorasan wheat and Malabar grains are used as food, and to brew ales. Willow Shade is unlockable in the granary, is unedible, and can only be used to brew ales in the brewing stills. Okay, so I started this point earlier, then completely forgot what the fuck I was talking about, and now I'm going to talk about it. So, in 1 second, I'm going to knock on my wall. There we go. Hopefully they'll turn it down. So I started this point and then kind of forgot to finish it, which is that in a game like StarCraft, there's resources and building and unit micro and all this stuff. And sort of bouncing around between those feels like enough. If you delete certain instances of those tasks because you want to make the game feel easier and more palatable to your average bear, a lot of times what you can do is not make the game feel more accessible and more easy and more comfortable. What you do is you create something where you're bored. Nothing's happening. It's not that you actually have the time to focus on what you want to focus on. Instead, it's just that there's nothing happening. You're just sitting there. All right, I'll now build a farm. And you wait 60 seconds. Okay, I'll now build a unit. And you wait 20 seconds. Something to be very, very careful of. And so whenever I have heard in the past, ooh, an RTS game where you split up all the actions, part of me goes, oh, there's a risk of oversimplifying all of those. So I kind of like and am interested in the fact that there is the resourcing player who's focused on a shitload of different resources. That's interesting to me, because if they're not fighting or doing like half the shit in the game, a lot more stuff to do. That seems good, huh? So we need to build farms, but this is what's weird. Some crops are locked behind research and can be used to create powerful ales. It can be used to increase stats for a limited time. Interesting.
It'll be done very soon. On my way.
Okay, so B, F. Weird.
I'll get to it. How can I help? Aye.
All right. Harvest cores on wheat by building farms. Can dudes pass through farms? Okay, so we don't actually mean that much. Powerful ales should probably only decrease stats. Damn right, Schmigan. By the way, this is what I mean by the waiting part. There's something that's a little interesting about watching your dudes go, but I feel like watching a simulation as a compelling part of the gameplay experience should look more like an Anno 1800, where Anno 1800 has dudes walking every which way, stuff happening, and as you're watching, it's sort of like, ooh, interesting. I can't build anything. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Woo! Is the game co-op only? I think it's... I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Sciath says both. I don't really know what that looks like. I did it. Wood and lumber, one of the most important resources for builders. The miner is wood. Wood is naturally gathered from chopping down trees, using the construction of most machinery and buildings. Trees can only be chopped down using builder units or things. Spam this shit out. How much is this? 50?
It'll be built in no time.
How is the money deducted? Oh, it's deducted right here.
I'll have it built in no time.
Oh, these are physical resources. These are like...
It'll be
Holy
built
shit, there's
in
so
no
many
time.
fucking resources in this game. Oh my god. Chop it. Are you kidding me? Look at this. There is wood, stone, gold, iron, steel, lockstone, coal, food, and within food, there's Khorasan wheat.
In no time.
This second one that I can't hover over, Malabar grains,
Built
angel
in
cap,
no
willow
time.
shade, flag. There's quar, there's silver, and there's
I'll have it built
troll's
in
blood.
no time.
Holy shit.
It'll be built in no time.
Alright, oh my god.
Let's get building. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure those leftover pieces are just in no time. Let's
All right.
Is this crooked, or is it just the ale?
Is this
Have it
crooked?
built in no time.
Food and population cap, one of the most important tasks for builders, to make sure every player is able to create the units they need in order to survive or win a match. This is done by gathering and harvesting food, which is used to train every unit, as well as increasing population cap by building more houses. Food! Gather with farms. Good builder must scale its farming setup to make sure that there will always be enough food. Okay. Unit cap is shared. Okay. Alright, got it. Got it. So let's make a house. Now let's not do it. DwarfHeim is all about cooperation. Uh-oh. Even though the builder might not have many offensive units, they're still in charge of constructing military buildings used by the warrior and miner. Holy shit. Okay. Getting these buildings up as soon as possible will be of great value to you and your team. The barracks will allow a warrior to create his basic warrior units. Training units takes time. Multiple barracks allow warriors to create his... Okay, defenses. Well, the builder has defenses. Those defenses won't stand up for long if you don't also have a warrior to help defend you, giving the warrior the buildings they need.
A building is under attack.
Oh, what the fuck? Alright, you want me to basic barracks here.
Yeah, I'm sure leftover
Build
pieces
your-
are just
build that.
extras.
You need more houses.
And how much is a house is BH?
Ready to protect.
Holy shit. Alright, requires 140 of this, 140 stone, and 100 wood. Alright, so
Alright, need something
B.
built.
No, we go
Done
H.
in a jiffy. Aye, right away. Consider it done.
You need more houses.
What's your angle?
Alright, so we're building these, and a farm is
Aye.
B, F. How much is a farm? It's just 50 wood? Alright, so I get wood to build
I'll
farms,
make
huh?
sure everything is up to code.
Whoa, whoops. Can't always depend on the warrior to cover from every angle. Ensure that both you and your miner get to harvest resources in peace. The builder can help defend their clan by creating strong gates and walls and towers that can attack enemies. Defenses can be built by any builder unit. There's defenses wood, stone, and iron. Cool, same as Age of Empires. Wood is the weakest and iron is the strongest. Walls can be placed by dragging. Okay, underworld defense. Underworld is often more vulnerable to raids than the overworld. Why? Making some towers to help defend the underworld, or closing off caves with walls to help protect your miners, ensuring that they can... Okay, cool, I can do that.
Be done in a jiffy.
Alright, first things first. Settings. Where's my scroll speed? Where's my scroll speed? Ooh. Ooh.
How you doing? You alright? It'll be done very soon. Yeah, I'm sure those
Alright, guys,
leftovers
come
will
on,
be
let's
over
go.
in a minute.
F. Click this. F. Click
On the
this.
way.
F.
What's your angle?
Click
No
this.
problem. Consider it done.
You guys, come here. Slowly go up this way. Okay, so defense is X. X, Control R. Something appears to be breaking down. Wood?
Aye.
Okay, Control R.
On my
Alright,
way.
like that.
Built, baby.
Control
That's
C.
kind of what I do. Right away.
Control C.
Aye. Aye. Consider it
That seems insane to me.
Sure.
That that's the way that is.
How you doing?
On
You
my
alright?
Alright, so F.
Slowly. How can
FF.
I help? Alright. Be built in no time. Something built
F,
me
click
right
F.
That's kind of what I do. Let's get
F.
building.
Click
Work.
F.
Work.
So this is how you do multiples? Oh no.
In no time.
There's something very odd going on with the control schema in this game.
It is up to code. It'll be built in no time.
By the way, I genuinely don't know why I would not want to just spam shit out like this. So basic is B, H.
Work. Hey, let's get building.
You need more resources.
I'll have it built in no
Build
time.
that shit, guys. I don't know why this is not built. Okay, so there's some real weirdness with the controls.
I'll be over
So,
in
for
a
instance,
minute.
if I...
Uh-huh.
So... How do I pause this game? Do you just not... I guess you just can't pause. That's fine. I'll just leave it alone. So there's real weirdness with the controls, because I like the idea of repeated sequences, right? Like, click a worker, B, S, always builds a supply depot. Always, 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 always. There's this weird context switching where some of it is saved. Let me read this underworld farming, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Well, most of the time spent by the builder is spent in the overworld. Some crops can only be cultivated in the dark and damp caves of the underworld. Certain mushrooms can be eaten. Most things grown in the underworld are only used for resources and brewing. Okay, great. I don't really know what brewing is. I assume it's just like a later resource use. Granary, you can create farms in the underworld as usual, but builders and farmers won't travel through mine shafts to deliver these resources to a drop-off point. Great. Building a granary in the underworld will allow you to automate farming in the there. Allow you to automate farming in the there. Researching better farming and farmers, which can work farms quicker than builders. I see. If farmers driven the builder will optimize your harvesting. Okay. Again, it looks like there is some attempt at optimizing the identity of... Yeah, because, I mean, like, if you think about the way that units function, a lot of times you'll have things like there's physical damage and magical damage. So there's some units that are immune to magic and some units that are resistant to physical. And so you have this mix and match of different qualities to the units. In most RTS games, a worker is a worker, right? You just have a worker. And occasionally you'll have things like the goblin tree cutter from Warcraft 3 that can just cut trees really fast, and it's like a niche thing. You don't wind up with a lot of that. It's just a worker is a worker is a worker is a worker. And Tetroons, what are you talking about? Tetroons, if you're having any issues with the audio, what the fuck? Yeah, what the hell? You know, let me just turn it off. I didn't even realize there was an issue. Lost my train of thought. And I would be remiss to make any claim about what Tetroons is or isn't experiencing unless Tetroons is referring to something. I don't know. Anyways, talking about a worker being a worker, yeah. So it's kind of interesting. This game says, okay, well, if someone's just focused on workers, let's actually make this kind of interesting. Let's flesh it out. Let's have builders and farmers and all this stuff. So it's kind of interesting to me, but all right, go in here. No, I got it.
What's your angle?
Why do these guys just come here and stop moving?
Maybe, 'cause that's kind of what I do.
Go chop wood, please.
What?
So there's kind of a weirdness, which is like, if I look down here and I select one of these workers, right? So now I want to build defense. Let's say I want to build something basic like a farm. I would hit B, F in order to build it, right? So let's say I go somewhere else and I reselect this worker again. Again, I've selected new worker B, F. But the thing is that since I have recently selected a worker, if I say select one of these workers over here, notice I don't hit BF anymore because I'm already in the basic build menu. I'm already in that. So if I hit B right now, I will not build, I will not enter into a submenu here. So the thing that's weird is that it means that sometimes I select a worker, or, okay, let's start here. Sometimes when I select a worker, because I had a non-worker selected BF click, is the process to build a farm. Sometimes when I select a worker, it does not reset the menu, and I'm still in here.
Yep, I'll be over in a minute.
Jesus, things build insanely fast in this game. I mean, I'm going to have like 1,000 farms. I'm going to cover the screen with farms, man. Also, it looks like these farmers, looks like there's maybe a bug here. It looks like there's two farmers managing this at once. And one of these farmers just keeps moving around. Okay. Don't think that's on perfect. They didn't reset state properly. Well, I mean, it's even worse than that. Like, if I want to select a thing, and let's say I want to hit BF to build a farm. Alright, make horizontal wheat. With the worker I still have selected, I'm still in the basic build submenu, which I think is incorrect, which feels very weird. There's also another weirdness here, which is, what if I want to build multiple houses? So it looks like Oh, I'm out of fucking resources. Let's say I want to build farms. I have to hit F, click,
Sure.
click, shift, F, click,
No
click,
problem.
shift. There's sort of this weird... Sometimes the icon is down here, sometimes it's up here. Maybe it'll just take me a little while to get used to.
How can I just give me a
help?
moment? Yeah, I'm sure.
But anyways.
I'll get
Okay.
these are just extras. Aye. Something built, maybe, because that's
Okay.
kind of what I do. On the way. What's your angle?
There's also a bit of a weirdness where the units don't actually show what they're carrying.
Consider it done.
Okay, so we're gonna go in here. Use a builder to build a
Consider it
granary.
done.
Go down here, you guys.
Yep, I'll be over in a minute.
All right, so go down here.
Need
Hit the
something
tab button.
built?
So now I need to hit B, Control F. Ooh, Jesus. Can I rotate this?
It'll
Yeah, I
be
can
done
rotate it
very
with the
soon.
R.
Something built, maybe, because that's kind of what I do.
I am Will Bite, gifting 5 subs, man. Happy Wednesday. Although it does feel like a Friday because it's my last stream of the week. Research Farmer with P. Did I do it?
No problem.
Oh, there it is. Alright, train 2 farmers at the granary. Farmer. Advanced builder unit. The farmer specializes in working farms, growing resources far quicker than anyone else, but moving a lot slower, requiring farms to be built close to a town hall or granary. Okay. Training those farmers.
Consider it done.
Things build insanely fast in this game, man. There is no restrictions on construction times in this thing. This is so funny.
Of ale is You'll me. Grow up to be the finest ale.
Green fingers. I don't know what any of this is. Send your builders or farmers to work the silver leaf farms.
Good day.
Okay, well, let's see what this is. Basic. Farms. So I click. Oh, shit. So this is mushrooms, angel cap, flag, and silver leaf.
You'll grow up to be the finest ale. Time to eat.
BF. BF, and these don't have
Let's see
hotkeys
what
to
we
them.
get.
Okay. Well, that feels weird. Let's just warp speed build some shit here.
Sure.
We reap what we sow.
Work.
You need
How
more
can I
resources.
help?
You
Sure.
need
The first and
more
last step of
resources.
ale is
What?
me. Good day. We reap what we sow.
You
Whatever you need.
more resources.
All right.
Aye.
What do you need more resources
The
for,
first
man?
and last step of ale is me. Aye.
I can't wait to be the
swear
builder
this
in this
ability
fucking game, man.
rocks.
I cannot wait. Persistent. Could build times be shorter just because of the tutorial? Maybe.
Uh-huh.
You
I
need
genuinely don't understand why it's telling me.
resources.
Need more resources for what? For what? For what do I need the resources? What do I need the resources for? I don't understand. What do I need more resources for?
Sure. Do you have a something built, maybe? Because that's kind of what I do.
It's hard to tell if one of these is being manned or not.
Yep, I'll be over in a minute.
What? It keeps going. We need more resources, but like for what? I'm not building anything. I'm not building nothing, man. Is this the guy that? Oh,
You
it
need
was
a full
these.
stomach for a full
resources.
beard. We reap
He
what
needs
we sow.
more of. Needs more of something. Okay, advanced buildings and research. The builder can
First and
construct
last
advanced
step
buildings.
of ale is
Slot for
me.
better units and research. The buildings often cost higher tier resources and unlocks
You need a
resources that
full
allows you to
stomach
upgrade
for
the
a full
stats and
beard.
abilities of shit. Okay. Okay, build a university. You got it. Holy shit, this tech tree. I can just storm up the tech tree. Advanced. V. V.
Right away. How can I help? I'll be over in a minute.
Dude, I cannot wait to play this multiplayer, man. I'm going to completely out-miner the shit out of everybody.
What?
Oh my
Aye,
god, this
just give
moves
me a
so
moment.
slow.
I'll have it built
Alright.
in no time. Let's get built.
Alright. Increase all building health by 25. Doesn't matter. Dwarven settlement. Increase the team's max unit capacity to 150. What? We need so much fucking stone? Okay, Dwarven living space. Increase housing capacity by 1. What? Requires bunk beds. Home sweet home. Let's build more town halls. Okay. Dwarven architecture. Increase all buildings by... Okay. Sturdy. Settlement. Where's bunk beds? Where do you think bunk beds is? Research willow shade in the granary so you can create Corazon brew. Okay. Research... Unlock willow shade. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Use farmers and builders to make farm willow shade. Alright. BF. Is this?
You need more resources.
On
You
my
need
way.
more resources.
Slowly. What's your angle? Sure. Uh-huh. Work. Yeah,
I see you,
work.
Share Bear.
On my way.
All right,
Just
sweetie pie.
extras, no problem.
Your daddy's being a baller. He can't do anything right now. What do we think, huh? Hi. Yep, yep. Give me little kisses where the sun is now able to access because we're balding. It's a good cat. Alright, use farmers or builders to farm willow shade. Yeah, I mean, we're doing that.
I'll make sure everything is up to code.
Resources.
On my way.
Depending upon how this works, I mean, I will be blunt. I think that the construction speed and the mining speeds and the resource speeds are so out of whack fast. I mean, unless this is the intention of the game is balanced around me building this many fucking workers, because all I'm going to be doing is spamming shitloads of workers and houses and stuff. What do we think? What do we think, princess? By the way. Okay, yep. Give me kisses while we get the willow shade. This is what Britt calls mind melding. Okay. Okay. Damn. A lot of times Sheriff just lets me push my little head against hers. But you wanna snuggle? Okay. She really wants to snuggle. Okay. Ale is one of the 4 pillars of Dwarven society. It heals and soothes their aches and strengthens their resolve. Ah, indeed. It sounds like these dwarves have also been in quarantine this year. Right. Brewing ales allows you to host drinking parties, which greatly... What? Which greatly buffs all your units for a time? How? Yeah, how is exactly what I was thinking. Alright, goodbye. See, I wasn't lying down. I was sitting up straight. What she wants me to do is she wants me to lie back like this. See, look. Here, little snuggle cat. Here, look, I'll move my stuff. There you go. The mask's out of the way. I love looking at this cat and knowing exactly what she needs. She wanted easy access to her box. It is a cat's true home. Sheriff, I love you. Yeah, I'm getting the Share Bear stare over here. All right. Ales can be queued at brewing stills. A build unit assigned to it to stir the pot, great, and after the ale is done brewing, the unit will deliver it to the nearest monastery for storage. It's actually so funny when I was learning about history in medieval times as a kid, like, I don't, whatever, it was all sugar-coated and polished, Like reading American history and then becoming old and then going, oh, that's totally not what was meant by that, huh? Now I'm an adult, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, monks, and in fact, all citizens were completely shit-faced. Time back then, man. Why is everyone... Is there a copy-pasted thing? It appears that... because we have drops enabled for this, because, drops is a pretty normal thing these days. But it looks like there's a copy-pasted message that just gets copy-pasted into chat. It says, I just got the Ruined Axe. Thanks for the drops, Day 9. Alright, everybody now. Yeah, there's suggested responses. Enjoy your Ruined Axes, everybody. Alright. Spam it, baby. Yeah, if that message gets used any much more significantly, we'll probably just disable it. Very odd. Okay, ales can be cute. Okay, cool. Different ales give different effects. Corazon Brew gives more speed. Alban's Ale gives you health regeneration. And Malabar Drought allow you to deal more damage. Okay.
There's enough for everyone.
Monastery.
Are you brewing on something? Oh, don't spill
Oh,
the
is
beer.
Brewmaster the specialized? Okay.
So need something?
What is this?
What can I brew
What the
you
fuck?
for?
Hey,
What the fuck is this aura, man?
I'll make sure everything is up
Okay,
to
use your builders
code.
to construct 4
Right
brewing
away.
stills. Okay. Where's my
How
choppas?
can I help? What? Yeah, I'll be over in a minute. Sure. Just extras.
Alright, so let's see here. Advanced. Brewing still.
It'll be done very soon.
Aye. Time to get your boots
Yeah,
up.
I'll be over in a
I'll make
minute.
sure they're fine. Got it.
What is this
Aye,
shit?
I'll make sure they're fine.
Look at this. Look at the loudness of these circles. Circles are so
Something built
fucking
by the
huge.
builder. To code.
Okay, why is this not building?
Done.
Why can I not build this? What's happening here?
Work?
What's going on here? Okay, it looks like if I assign multiple units to build in a queue,
No problem.
it doesn't work properly.
Built.
Yeah, you see that?
Done in a jiffy. What? On my way.
So I can't, for instance, assign extra builders
Kinda what I do. For that.
to do this. Okay, yeah. So there's some glitching that happens with a lot of the VF.
I'll get to it.
Live queue at Day 9 TV. Yeah, RTS is sort of famously painful in this regard. Corazon Brew? Brew 200 Corazon Brews? What? Okay, so this... It finishes, and then what happens?
What's your angle?
It gets stuck. Got it.
Make sure everything is up to code.
Alright, so there's no multiple building selection in this, okay? You can queue up 5 at a time, which is fine.
Something built, maybe?
I mean, these build times are just, like, so hilariously, insanely fast.
Don't fret, I'm on it.
Alright, let's build, like, a billion more of these things.
More houses. You need more houses.
What's
Alright,
your
let's
angle?
pull everyone off this and go,
What?
B, H, shift, click, 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 click.
More
How can I?
Yeah, you see, like, when I assign all of them to build, nothing
your
happens
angle?
properly.
Work?
You need more
Work?
resources.
Work? Is this work? Or is it just the ale?
And then if I shift click like this, what happens? Alright, let's see this.
You need more houses.
Alright. Oh, wait, Thanes are the builder. Thanes are the champions of the Dwarven clans, being the strongest and most skilled individuals in modern times. Ah! I am your Thane. I'm getting it. Absolutely insane. Thanes are able to perform things usually only restricted to other classes and have abilities that can be used to get the advantage in a fight if need be. Even when beaten on the battlefield, the Dwarven Thanes always get back up after a short time recuperating. Alright. Tracing his bloodline to one of the ancient houses of Dwarfheim, Somerton Alban is a noble and proud brewmaster. Having spent generations perfecting their brews, the Alban family have specialized in keeping their dwarven healthy, happy, and drunk. Alban is jovial and loyal to his clansmen and will do anything to make sure they are healthy and well-fed. Bloodline from the warrior clans. Oh no, we're going to be Somerton. Builders are not only useful in resource gathering and construction, but they are also great assets in combat. They not only offer buffs and healing to offensive units, but also have the defensive, albeit a bit lazy, guards that can easily defend the clan while the warrior is away. The warrior and miner by using their brewmasters, the alehouse or Alban and Thane to buff. Okay. Alehouse allows you to host parties, which buffs every unit in your clan for a short while, increasing their capabilities greatly. These parties can be used to help fend off an attack or initiate a push.
As long as the pay is good.
Yes?
I am on it.
Alright, train 4 guards to help defeat the trolls. The pit? The pit is guards. Advanced offensive unit. Boasts a lot of health. Heavy armor penetrating spear. God, those go fast as hell. These circles are so visually loud. I can't believe it. Alehouse.
Nothing will get by my watchful eye. Guard reporting for duty. Yes.
Okay, I'll make sure
Need
it gets
guarding.
done.
Yeah.
I'm your man.
Life in Agartha. Okay. It's all about survival of the fittest. If you want to survive and bring your clan to greatness, it is important that you defeat your enemies, and perhaps more importantly, you need to defend your home. Okay. Losing your town hall or dead in the conquest, you win by destroying the enemy's town halls. While in survival, the sandbox, there are no victory conditions other than having survived the challenging wilderness of Agartha for a certain amount of time.
The builder is under
Any orders? Fine.
Alright, so when I do this, is this for everyone? What resource do I need? I'm fucking loaded, man. I have so much quar.
How could I?
Need guarding.
Alright, I still... Where's my freaking thing? I still genuinely... Condoing Studio says, my god, this audio. The audio is painful. Alright, let's see here. Nice. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go through the other tutorials as fast as humanly possible, man. I'm fucking ready to do this. Conquest? What's this? Competitive 3v3 game mode. Choose your class. Oh, yeah. Survival with skirmish. All right, let's do this as fast as possible. Let's learn about what the Minar is. A quick second. Alright, whatever. Alright, welcome to the Miner class tutorial. The Miner class focuses on resource gathering, building machinery, and siege damage. The class is tasked with the mining operation and is mainly busy in the underworld, but still vitally important in helping the warrior getting through heavy defenses built by the enemy builder. Alright, Miner. Alright, tell me what to do. Select your miner units and move them to the underworld through the mine shaft. Stances.
For
Alright.
rock and stone.
Alright. Mining resources is the quickest way to get stone, coal, silver, gold, and iron. Mining the resources aren't enough. Resources are unrefined chunks of ore. When you mine them, building machinery allows you to refine these chunks into ores and ingots, increasing their value. How? To mine a wall, select a unit that is able to mine and right-click the wall. Okay. To deliver rocks, it needs to have a rail that leads to the warehouse. Okay. Designate multiple walls or mine blocks to be mined by multiple units. Right-click on the blocks you would like them to mine with no units or building selected if the miners have a rail to drop off their resources and they can reach the selected queue. They will mine all the selected blocks. Oh my god, this is sort of like Dwarf Fortress style collection. Alright, even though all things have basic abilities in mining, the miners are the only class that are able to refine ores into usable materials. Okay, rails, we can build rails. Move them around, drop-offs. Alright, I feel like I get it.
We got
Okay.
here.
Repair the abandoned machinery transport.
Me?
Oh, this is rubble.
That's it. Got it. I'll get it done. Cut I can dig it.
Rubble? Do I just delete this? What?
Hi
Is
there.
there a special button I need to hit? Machinery? What? Oh, remember earlier? Remember earlier when it said you can press X or delete? The delete key doesn't do anything. Okay. So it appears that I was lied to. I was so confused for a little bit. Yeah, because in Age of Empires, when you select things, you hit delete. Jamal says you deleted the Rock Crusher. I didn't. I I selected it and hit the delete button, and nothing happened. And then I was like, is it maybe because the other button is the one that worked? And apparently it was. No, J-Mall, I'm saying that the button delete did not delete it. The button X doesn't delete it. But yeah, in Age of Empires, if you have like a house and you want to tear it down, or you have a wall and you want to tear it down, you select it and you hit delete. So when I previously read that you can press delete to remove things, I was just like, alright, great, cool, awesome. But it appears that it is not implemented for this. Unless I misunderstood. Did I misunderstand J-Mall? J-Mall's starting to resort to all caps. Press X! Yeah, I think that the controls right now is one of the big issues I'm having right now. Yeah. Yeah, because if there was a question about deleting something else, my problem was not that I deleted something that surprised me, it's that the delete button does not do anything when I thought that it previously claimed that it did. Anyways. Alright, rock crushers are used to split chunks into refinable ores. Resources have different tiers, with resources like silver, gold, and iron needing to be forged to unleash their full potential. Okay. Unrefined resources, or rock chunks, are only worth half of what the pure ore. Huh. Okay. DwarfHeim as a miner, gathering resources quickly is of great benefit to your team. More complex machinery can be used to increase the efficiency of your resource gathering. I want to see something. Does delete do anything here? Alright, so I can just auto-delete. You know,
Aye.
Alright, I just deleted my whole thing. Great. Alright, I can't rebuild it. I have to restart the whole tutorial. Bug report. Delete key didn't work. I pressed delete and nothing happened. Only pressing X deletes stuff. Submit. Alright. Quit. I also was allowed to just delete one of the main buildings of the tutorial immediately. Alright, miner.
Let's get digging.
You know what? I am so... I want to see something. I want to see something. I want to make sure I'm not crazy. Because I might be crazy. I might be wrong. Does this have a campaign? I don't know, Conundrum. I have no idea. I've only just done the tutorial.
No
I've only
falling
done the
back
tutorial.
on our deal, okay?
Alright. Continue.
I'll
Move.
protect you. Come around me. Just don't touch my
Alright, select multiple units.
Not a problem. Anything you want,
to
not
go.
a problem.
Alright.
Anything you want. Be quick about it.
Oh, do I have to go back up?
No rest for the wicked.
I have to move here.
Hold on it.
Okay, because I want to see something about the construction.
Be quick about it.
I want to see if it actually lied to me. This is live QA with Day and I. Alright.
No rest for the wicked.
Alright.
What you need. Okay then. Got it. Okay, boss.
Because, like, the mining thing reminded me of, like, the way that mineral processing works in Factorio. The building looked like traditional resource collection, but just expanded upon. And if I have to depend upon an enemy, and by an enemy I mean an ally in the game, oh, this is a trip. Yeah, this is part of the reason why I feel weird about camera angles. So if I move left to right, this moves up to down. All you see how not synced it is? Where are my guys? I'm gonna play the builder tutorial. In the wrong tutorial, I think. I might be, but I'm determined.
Consider it done.
Yeah, you're gonna rotate the mini-map, something like this. Alright, there you go.
You're already dealt with.
Alright.
It'll be built in no time.
Alright. This is where it tells me the building. Okay.
What can I build for you?
This is where I want to see. This is where we're gonna see if I was correct, right? This is what we're gonna see. Chris says, but depending on allies to win in a game like this, it's great. I always have someone to blame. This is delete button, not delete key. Could be my misunderstanding.
Something built, baby, because that's kind of what I do. Hey, what how can I help?
Alright, resources, okay. Wooden farming, specialties, okay.
I'll make sure everything is up to code. Extras. I'll have it built in no
Waza.
time.
Do you remember when Waza was a thing? Oh, that was so good.
It'll be built in no time.
This game's going so far. We're learning the ropes right now, Sad Wolf.
In no time. Built? What?
I have no opinions.
Let's get. It'll be done very soon. Have it built in
Waza.
no time.
Suck it. Remember this?
Let's
Dude, man. Zoomer memes, way better than whatever the hell we were doing in middle and high
have it
school.
built
Like,
in
oh
no
my
time.
god.
No way. Pieces
I should
just
work at QA,
extras.
man. I'd be great at QA.
Let's get building.
Alright, mine it up, babies.
Yeah. Have it built in no time. Away. Is this
Right
for
away,
fun,
right
or is it
away.
just the ale? Get building. What can I build?
What can rare?
It'll be built in no time.
Was that from Scary Movie? It may have been. It may have been. Even the term Zoomer is fantastic. Yeah, Zoomers are great. Millennial, I hate being a millennial, man. Just because the word millennial sucks.
Kinda what I do.
More houses.
It's a garbage word. It was originally a Bud Light ad? Oh, that's right. Oh my god. Alright, mine, you bastards.
Yeah, I'll be over in a minute.
Creating units. Oops. Did I pass right through it? Oh my god.
You need more houses. You need more houses.
Oh my god, I can't actually build it.
What?
I can't build it. Because I don't have any houses. Oh my god, you can't build. You literally, I lost the tutorial twice. Oh my god. Alright, quit. Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're trying to sprint into tutorialization. Alright, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For any of you who are curious, I'm exploring because I remember the game said that you can press X to delete things, but I thought it also said that you can press delete to delete things, which is where my confusion came in
Let's
here.
see what we got here.
Alright, repair the abandoned machinery. Alright, rotate. Rotate the machinery the right way and choose where. Alright. Okay, so it needs to go this way. Delete the broken machinery that stands. Yeah, okay, see, it says press the X or delete key. It literally says it right there. Okay. Delete. Delete, delete, delete. Delete. Delete, delete. Delete, delete. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, yeah, look, it says it right there. I didn't even realize it said it in the quest. There's another place where it said it. This is what I was talking about earlier, J-Mall, right? Like... delete or backspace, hitting both. I hit both. Here's backspace, here's delete. Here's backspace, here's delete. Nothing. Alright, so let me hit X. Perfect. J-Mall says, I know what you said. I was just saying you deleted the Rock Crusher. Well, look, I'll do it again. What do you think about that, J-Mall? Huh? Alright, Rock Crusher and refining resources. They're used to split chunks into refinable ores. Alright, cool. Okay. Nice, 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 nice.
I'll
Alright.
get it done.
Let's see if we can... machinery, build a Rock Crusher. Let's rebuild that. That seems like the right thing to do.
All right.
Alright, so if I just click with nothing
I'll
selected,
get it done.
do I have to click on these individually? Okay. Well, I guess I'm not going to be the miner.
I'll get it done.
Alright, so so if I just move this guy somewhere, he just...
Let's see what we got here. All right.
Alright, he just goes. Okay, select the sorter and sort iron into its own lane.
I can dig it.
Forge, forge, splitter.
Let's see what we got here.
Create iron bars by sending iron ingots through the forge and lead it to... I do not want to learn how this works. I don't want to learn how this works. Select the sorter. Is this the sorter? This is the warehouse. This is an ore sorter. Select resource. Oh, iron is red. Okay. What the fuck is happening here? Why can I not select this? Why can I not select this? I literally, I don't understand this interface, like, at all. Select resource, select resource, select resource. What is this? 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 Okay, so I guess that... Okay, so this, I guess, is... Create iron bars by sending iron ingots through the forge and lead to the warehouse. It says I completed. I don't even understand this. All right. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that this corresponds to this input. This second one. This one corresponds to this this thing. I think. And then this central one. I mean, this is how I'm parsing it. And then here's the top one, right? Because it has double arrow, double arrow, double arrow, right? Like let's just appreciate how unbelievably full of lies this is, okay? All right, so I see what appears to be double arrows in, and then there's double arrows, double arrows, double arrows. I now have 3 things going out, out, out. So I assume that this means now that if something goes into this side, which to me looks like it's closed off, I think it's a splitter. Maybe it's a 3-way splitter. And so I think maybe what this is telling me is that there's an input, which is this bottom one. There's 3 outputs corresponding to these, and whatever I select just poops out of here. But then here's the thing. I can't even click on this. And is it because I have no thing coming out of here? I don't know. Oh, look at these idiots. All right. Make the iron move to the splitter. All right, let's select this guy. Oh, I don't want to do a miner at all.
That's it. What you need. Let's see what we got here.
R, rail. Is rail G? C.
For rock and stone.
All right. What is this?
Dig it.
A splitter? What's this? This is a sorter. So this takes it in and this poops it out, huh? If I click on this, so this will just split things in equal quantities, huh? I think I'm figuring it out. Oh my god, who? Did someone just host us? Did you just host us, Sacrael? What? 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 Alright, just had a bunch of shit facing the wrong way. Look at this. Sakura says, I would never be so bold, Mr. Schaunster. I understand, man. It's like trauma trying to figure out what I am, even. Okay, so it lost the then sorted things. Make iron move on the splitter. This is confounding. Look at this. Foster says, I just want to say that watching you on mute while also being in a Zoom meeting is very entertaining. Ugh. Well, I mean, I don't... Can I rotate the warehouse? Alright, I figured it out. If I just keep rotating it, eventually shit gets sorted in the correct direction. Look, I can... It comes in now. I don't know why this... Why does it fucking work this way? I just keep rotating and then here it comes. It's coming in. Nothing is coming out at all. Alright, so I guess...
I'll get it done. I'll get it done.
How do I undo this? How do I... Alright, I have to have nothing selected, then I have to right-click on this stuff again. Alright, give me ore. Iron ore. Oh, let me tell you, I know what class I am not here. Alright, so what if I... Any ore, huh? Here it comes. What is it with all these things just literally facing the wrong assest way? What is this? Is this a warehouse? So I'm getting money, huh? Get some money, huh? Do you know what I mean? Alright, my dear friend, my idiot. I want you to build some rails. No, I want you to build some rails.
Alright.
Alright.
Aye.
That cough literally sounded like there is a person in my room coughing. Socrates says, this game looks great, Dungeon Keeper vibes. Can you slap your guys around and make them work harder? It's unclear how to make anyone do anything, but believe it or not, this is an RTS. Okay, believe it or not. There's going to be someone attacking this and a goal that I'm going to have, that I'm going to need to maintain. Tight. Something that I'm going to need to do...
That's it.
Is I'm gonna need to, like, be microing and shit.
Aye, I can dig it. What's that? Alright. What you need?
What you need?
I can dig it.
Go mine stuff, you bastards. Alright. Stuff's going in every which way. So it goes in the butt and it comes out the mouth. Great. Just like any healthy diet. So let's get this straight. So they put the ore in here. It gets thoroughly wiggled. I can dig it. Create iron bars. We're sending iron ingots through the forge and leave it to the warehouse. There it is. Here comes an ingot. Here it comes. I really don't want the rocks going to the forges. Man, I have no choice here, man. There it is. Iron bars, baby. Is this PvE or PvP at the moment? It's PvP, Sacrel. These are the tutorials. Woo! Tutorial mode. Here comes my Kit Kat bar. Here it comes. This is it. Yeah. Could swap out the splitter for a sorter. I could do that. These are absolutely things that I could do. Here it comes. Here comes my bars. Advanced machinery. Transmuting. Oh my god. For skilled miners. You know, I'm not doing this tutorial. I'm quitting this. I'm ready to play multiplayer. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready for this. Alright. We're going to figure it out on the fly. I'm not going to play as miner. I don't need this nonsense. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to launch straight into a multiplayer game. And when we're in the multiplayer game, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions.
Okay?
Warrior class focuses on offensive combat and unit control. The class has no resource gathering units or buildings. But can kill creeps for resources in a pinch, sure to help out. The warrior class relies on its team or thane to build the necessary buildings. The warrior class must defend the clan from attacks using its units, while also attacking the enemy team in hopes of destroying them. Cheap unit that isn't very impressive, has the ability that allows us to get more resources from killing creeps, can be upgraded to deal more damage. What? The warrior is the shield of the clan. Alright, you got it.
My unit is under attack.
Oh, shit.
Got gold.
Get in there.
On it.
Man, fuck you guys. Look at this.
Got gold.
Look at that. Come on, path around. You think this is bad pathing? Don't worry, I've worked with dragoons before.
You're the boss. What do you need? Not a problem.
Not a problem. Basic warrior units. At the barracks, the warrior can train its basic units. These are cheap and can be trained quickly to create a large army. The arbalist is a ranger. The shield bearer is a shield haver. Troll camps and resources. Okay. While the warrior isn't skilled at gathering resources by hand, they can get resources by cutting it out of people's pockets. The stronger the troll, the more valuable the resource they have. A good warrior will be able to gain as much resources as the other players just by farming creep camps. A good warrior will... Okay, yeah. Golden trolls. Alright, perfect. Alright, quick.
You're
Quick,
the boss.
get up. Train 2 Arbalist. Slay 4 Thursars. Alright, here we go. Arbalist.
Yeah,
Look at the speed. Look at the speed.
Ready to take the shot.
Consider it done.
Ready to
What do you
take
need?
the
As long
shot.
as you're good for it.
Ready
Be
for
quick
your
about it.
orders.
No rest for the wicked. Affirmative. This is why you...
Alright, here we go. Thursar, did you name the mob, Sean?
Ready to anything
Sure
you
did. Alright, technology is used to increase the stats and deadliness of your army and change the ways buildings and units interact. Where? Training technology can be done in different military buildings, such as the barracks and the pit, in addition to pure tech buildings like the blacksmith. Cool. But research technology can improve the armor penetration and stat mercenary, and its damage, making a decent counter for an army solely focused on armored units. Units' effectiveness and strength. There's numbers, there's health, there's armor. Okay, let's see here. Armor allows units to take less damage from attacks, giving them great advantage against enemies with cutting and ranged weapons. Units with high armor penetration, like the guard or mercenary, the Shieldbreaker upgrade, are very effective against armored units like the Shieldbearer Iron Hand. Okay.
I'm here for you.
I mean, I'm just going to be building a bunch of stuff. Train 5 mercenaries. Research Shieldbreaker. Where do we research this at? Use the barracks to research the Shieldbreaker technology. Where is the Shieldbreaker technology? Oh, it's under this weird secondary tab. Okay, cool. 80% more armor penetration. Damn, mercenaries. So I can train mercenaries out of this thing? Train 5 mercenaries? Hell yeah.
No falling back on our deal, okay? Ready to go. No rest for the wicked. No cheating me out of money, okay? I'm here for you. I'm on it. On my
Alright,
way.
I'm here for it.
No
I'm on it.
cheating me out of money, okay?
Madman W says, I was promised instant multiplayer and skipping the tutorial. I'm skipping the mining tutorial
Pay is
now.
good. I'm here for you. Got gold.
Couldn't care less about the tutorials. Control right click, go! Micro! Micro! Oh, the units pile on top of each other. That's horrible. Oh my god, the units stack. The units literally... Oh, why? Why do units do... Why do they behave this way? I can't even move them away. Run!
Got gold.
Alright. Okay, so something that's weird is... Alright, so... Once upon a time, in early RTS games like Warcraft 2, when you had... you know, there's the general idea of units occupying the space, right? There's the idea of units occupying a space. So if I have a unit here, I cannot have a unit on the same square. Therefore, the way that units will path is around each other, and they'll impede each other's movement. But what about workers? Well, in Warcraft 2, workers were absolutely pathing impediments. So if you had workers going back and forth from a gold mine, and you tried to send a unit through there, it would be really hard. Okay? It'd be really, really hard. But also, if you wound up with too many workers getting gold, you would actually wind up with traffic jams. You would have just your workers who were trying to come back from the mine getting stuck against the workers who are trying to move to the mine, and everything would stop. So it's actually kind of interesting, because like we think of like resource gain in RTS as kind of like arcing up to sort of logarithmic peak, right? That if you get more workers, it increases, but at some point you get diminishing returns, and therefore, be careful. But the Warcraft 2 style was, it was actually like a U-shaped curve, where if you started to add too many workers, you would, like, ruin your pathing. And so, in StarCraft, this wound up creating this, or I should say in, original StarCraft, and I think some other units as well. They did this thing where if a unit was, or excuse me, if a worker was mining, it would lose collision. It would lose collision entirely. So workers could freely pass through each other if they were mining. But if that worker stopped mining, it would regain its collision. So you kind of have weird things known as drilling. Drilling is where you take a bunch of workers and you right-click on a mineral patch. They now lose pathing, so they all cluster together on top of one point. And then you tell them to go mine at a point very far away, and you have 12 workers stacked on top of each other. And right when there's 2 zealots blocking a ramp, and your workers path through them, because again, if they're going to mine, they path through them, right? Because there's no collision. And then you hit stop, and all your drones regain collision, and they suddenly spread out, and it forces the zealots off the ramp. There are a lot of little weird things like this. Also, in StarCraft, they made the choice that having collision for flyers was stupid. So flyers didn't have collision at all. They could just pack on top of each other in tight points, and then when you stopped giving them instructions, they would slowly spread out again. And that's sort of become the norm for StarCraft 2. Warcraft 3, I think, does have flying collision. Or maybe it's a little bit more pronounced, just the push-away effects. But the thing that's weird here is it looks like ground units, when they are in the middle of combat, lose collision again. They're just like old school workers, which is why I was so shocked, because I told one of my units to move away, and what it did is it turned around and then popped forward instead of popping back to retreat. It popped forward because clearly it was having trouble getting around everything else because its collision was turning on and off or something like this. I don't know. It was like baffling. Sometimes the strongest dwarf that wins the battle by even using the right units at the right time and the right strategy. Even an outnumbered warrior might win a battle knowing how to control your units. Attack move. One of the most important commands is the attack move. By control right-clicking, you initiate attack move. When attack moving, your units will attack all enemy units and buildings. Great. Stances. While selecting stances. Okay. Skirmisher and the Berserker. What the fuck?
Humming for action.
Use the pit. Select either the Berserker or the Skirmisher. Where's the pit?
You. Yes, right. Let's fight. No problem. No problem.
Alright. Oh, train 3 advanced units. Oh, I see. I thought these were...
Make it quick.
I would complete the quest just by building one.
Axe is thirsty.
They will be dead. As long as the pay is good. No cheating me out of money,
Alright.
okay? As long as the pay is good.
Ready.
Slay the large.
Okay?
Ready to take the shot.
Easy. Thanes of the Warrior Clan, they're really strong. Okay.
Ready for you.
So.
Orders.
Map objectives. Rune circles, oh my god, are ancient places of power that act as important map objectives, holding them benefits your clan greatly and makes it easier to defeat the enemies. Rune circles can be contested and claimed by the enemy team if you don't have enough defenses. Be careful not to lose too much control of the map. Oh. Ah. Ah. Claiming your rune circle is done by moving your units onto it, okay, and then keeping them there. As the camera moves into frame of the rune circle, a bar becomes visible, which indicates who holds the circle. Okay, by keeping your units on the rune circle until your team color reaches your side of the bar, you'll claim it, and then you can move your units to do something else. Holding a rune circle will give you a buff, either increasing your attack power, or if holding the large rune circle in the center of the map, give siege damage to all of your team's units. What?
My aim is pure. Moving. I'm scouting ahead.
This game seems like literal macro is way more important than anything.
Yes. Oh, ouch. Any fighting?
See, this is what I mean by the units just like path right on top of each other.
Anything you want.
Gonna loosen a
Anything
few.
you want.
Scout ahead.
Does it capture... Why do they cluster so much? Oh my gosh. Does this happen with everything?
Moving. All right. Okay.
Ah!
Okay. I'm scouting ahead. My aim is pure.
Alright. Claim back the rune circle. Alright, so...
Aye.
Okay, so this is really weird. The map has... So, okay. More history time. In, Cool. In the original Brood War... Actually, I think maybe it was Warcraft 2 that did this. And I've told the story before, but I like it a lot. I remember Mike Morheim was asked at some event what he thinks one of the what he thought was the greatest innovation in RTS. I don't remember what the question was. I just remember the answer. Or I thought it was what was his greatest innovation in RTS, and he said Fog of War, which I thought was like a really interesting answer, because I mean, we have Fog of War in pretty much all of our modern games. For any of you who don't know what Fog of War is, yeah, victory and defeat. No, stop it. It's this idea that, like, in...
Keeping my eyes open. All
right. In this area, you see how there's sort of like this gray that expands and contracts? I know that this is the other side of a bridge. I can see the trees here, but I don't know what's currently there. So these things are outside of the Fog of War. So I can see these, but this very clear bug that I've just discovered, this shouldn't be happening. In the early Command and Conquer games that we've also streamed over here, if you scouted an area, you had vision there forever. But it was considered a real innovation in Warcraft 2 to kind of have this idea of like, oh, there's this sort of blank spot. Now, the original implementation of Fog of War is there was blackened area that you had not yet scouted, fully visible area that you currently had vision in, and then gray, area you had scouted but that you didn't have current vision in. You'll note StarCraft 2 changed this a little bit to create 4 different... well, I guess technically StarCraft 2 removed this idea of blackened map. There's never a blackened map in StarCraft. Instead, it's dark gray for hasn't been scouted at all. Light gray for Fog of War. You've scouted it, but you don't know what's currently there right now. And then visible area. And this is what kind of surprises me, is that if you look at the minimap almost implies to me that there's terrain and stuff that I could see that I could maybe make tactical decisions around.
Ready for action. All right.
And yet...
Okay.
Wait, do these things respawn?
Loosen a few bolts. I'm scouting ahead.
Huh.
Okay then.
Destroy the enemy town hall using your clan's combined forces.
Keeping my eyes open.
You need more resources. You need more resources.
You need
Yes,
more
you.
resources.
Okay then. They'll never see it coming.
Yeah, this makes it a little hard for me to see stuff properly. Whatever. Deep fog scanning, huh? Alright, I don't know how walls function. I've sort of had a wide variety of experiences with walls. Like, if you're playing something like in Age of Empires, walls are almost negligible in terms of cost and incredibly difficult to break down, except with very specific units. They're a very, very, very strong thing. In other games, like hell, early Command and Conquer, may as well just keep our references consistent today.
I'm scouting ahead. Got it.
In those games,
Not gonna be a problem.
walls were worthless, wildly expensive, complete waste. Why would you ever spend any money on walls when you could be spending it on getting more resources?
All right. Aye. Keeping my eyes open.
Well, AGS, do you think there's any advantages to fully black fog? I mean, if the maps are not randomly generated, the terrain is known and therefore can be visible, right? Yeah, for instance, if you are... okay, so if the game is like Age of Empires 2, I think it is very smart that Age of Empires 2 has black, full black, unscouted area, gray for Fog of War, and then just visible for regular visible. Because maps are randomly generated in Age of Empires, so you want to be able to see.
Okay then. Ready.
You want to be able to see what's up by scouting around. It's actually interesting.
Okay, ready when you are.
Jamal says walls are good in CNCC. What are you talking about? Yeah, walls are just like absolute
Okay,
like
time to bolt.
garbage. Those things suck, man. And all the sort of competitive Red Alert and Tiberian Dawn stuff that I've been watching is pretty much non-existently built. And I'm referring to the original Command and Conquer for what it's worth.
Not gonna be a problem. Not gonna be a problem. Ready.
But I think that if you're playing in a game, oh, look at these arrows! Look at the way the arrows track. That's so funny.
Shh, keeping my eyes open. Okay.
Woo. All right, let's attack stuff. Yeah, but like, you know, in Age of Empires, walls are really good. In original Command and Conquer, walls are just worthless, absolutely worthless. Is your town hall fight? All right, just right-click this, bum rush it, ignore the enemies. So I'm unsure exactly how walls will feel in the game. I'll probably try to build some. So this is a beta test. This is the this is early access. Is where I bought this. Victory. Is that an actual player? No, this is just a tutorial, Chris. But yeah, I think if you're playing something like a StarCraft 2, where you're playing on the same maps again and again and again and again, it's really important to do a gray fog of war, or a gray unscattered instead of full black.